What is up guys, JayFerGaming here, welcome back to my F1 2016 career. This is round 18, the American Grand Prix. Not long to go now, only 4 races, and we're in a serious championship battle at the moment between myself and Daniel Ricciardo. Do remember to check out the last few races as well. It just keeps swinging between the two of us. The Mercedes are kind of still in it, but not really so much. I think it's probably between myself and Daniel, so it should be very intriguing what happens here at the Circuit of the Americas. We're getting an update from our engineer just telling us the Mercedes have actually jumped ahead of us. Obviously I don't do practice anymore, so I don't get as many points, just to keep it a little bit more realistic if possible. But yeah, and Haas have also made an upgrade for their home Grand Prix, which should take them away from Sauber. I mean, Sauber had a huge upgrade and now they're just going to be left behind again. So yeah, with the third overall in the performance comparison. Red Bull's still marginally ahead of us too, but should be equally competitive at the front. I don't think there really is that much difference between the 3 cars, but hopefully we can get the upgrade we need. I think before Abu Dhabi. I think we'll only be able to get 1 more, so yeah, hopefully that helps us out. And into qualifying, nice and wet of course, and it's actually scheduled to be wet pretty much all weekend, so you better get used to these wet conditions. And it was really tricky. You can see me just struggling to get around the track at the moment, but we're currently at P7, but this is a much better lap. We're nearly 1.5 seconds up on my last lap, so we're going to come to the line. Where are we going to end up in? It felt like a good one, and we've just now pole position there at the current moment, but I wanted to go for another run, but I actually timed it awfully. Look at the clock at the top right. We've missed it. We were on pole, then we dropped a few positions, and we're actually in P5. I was disappointed. I knew I could get pole position here, and it's actually my teammate Julian Palmer, of all people, getting, I think, his 2nd pole of the season, so congrats to him. But yeah, all the championship contenders are at the top. I did out-qualify Ricciardo. That's one positive I can take from that. But yeah, the fight should be on in the wet again. You can see it's even heavier now. We're on wet tyres, so it's going to be very tricky. And you can see the transitions in the race. So it's going to start heavy rain, go to light, then dry, then inters again, then wet. So there could be a lot of pit stops in this race, I'll warn you now, but should make for a very exciting race, and it's going to be interesting who can get the better out of me and Daniel Ricciardo. So we're building up to the start of the American Grand Prix. 5 lights and away we go. Can we get a good start? Very tricky in these conditions. Our car is just sliding around. We just can't get the power input done correctly, and Ricciardo's moving across in front of me. We nearly made contact there, the 2 championship contenders. Palmer's got really wide and he's made contact with Verstappen. I kind of helped Verstappen round as well, and oh, that was so unlucky there. I don't think that was... I think Palmer's just moved across Verstappen and taken them both out of contention. It looks like there's absolute carnage back there. On board with Palmer. He goes off the track, moves across. The AI just can't take turn 1 here at all. There's a Force India around, a man around. It's just causing a traffic jam back then. It's actually meant the safety car has been deployed. Probably a sensible decision. I don't think anyone's actually out the race. I think there was just a lot of spun cars, but it lasted till lap 4. There was no need at all. We were just going round and round the whole pack. It seemed very pointless, but we're getting ready for the start, and the conditions seem absolutely awful. The rain is just far too heavy now. The race would be red flagged in real life, you've got to say. So we're getting ready for the start, the restart, and can we get a decent run? Hamilton's stuck on the curb there. He's not got a great run at all, and we're slithering on the track. We're trying to go up through the gears, but lost control. Back in the slipstream. Can we get Hamilton into turn 1 here? I think we should outbrake him, and look at everyone setting a fast lap. I didn't even notice that in the race. I just concentrate so hard on one thing, but we've got ahead of Hamilton. Ricciardo's actually followed us through, so that's not really what we want. The main thing we just need to be Ricciardo, and there is a Red Bull round again. Verstappen's having a torrid time at turn 1. I didn't see the start of the replay, but I just saw him facing the wrong way, and he's I think he is actually at the back of the field now. It wouldn't surprise me if that Haas was going to crash into him, but yeah, we move on. Verstappen at the back. We're on lap 60. You're trying to catch up to Rosberg, and he's had an engine failure. Oh my god, how lucky am I? Season 1, Verstappen was in the lead and had an engine failure. I'm not sure if there's a glitch or anything, but Rosberg is out. I have the lead of the American Grand Prix. Do I deserve it? Probably not, but that means I'm in first, Ricciardo second, Hamilton third, just like the driver standings. So probably the 3 championship contenders now fighting for the win here. And Rosberg, he must be out the championship battle now, you've got to say, with 3 races to go. So, Ricciardo's on the back of me. He's not too close. I was holding station, really. And now we've got a VSC. Oh, there's a Haas round. I said it before, the AI can't negotiate turn 1 at all. Wow. Side by side through there, contact every time. But we return to racing speed here. And what's the gap to Ricciardo? It's probably around a second. I do feel Ricciardo is quicker than me. He just needs to get close enough in the correct areas. I do seem to get decent traction out the hairpin before the very long straight. But I wasn't sure now. It seemed like it wasn't raining as hard, so I get ready to put on the intermediate tyres. I wasn't sure what to do, I really wasn't. And we get the change of strategy just then, just before the pit entry. So everyone has gone into the pits, and I've been hung out to dry. Not really literally, because we're still getting wet out here, but I had to do an extra lap on the wet tyres. It wasn't too bad, really. I don't feel it was like 100% intermediate conditions, so the lap wasn't too slow. So we're coming into the pits. It's going to be interesting, though, because I think everyone else will have got the undercut. A couple of other cars stayed out, so they'll have lost quite a bit of time as well. So where are we going to end up? They're coming down the start-finish straight now. This is going to be incredibly close, actually. It's with Hamilton. Ricciardo's lost out here, and we keep it. Can we keep the car ahead? Yes, we can. We've just maintained the lead pretty luckily. So I think it's Hamilton, Vettel, then Ricciardo. So we've got 4 different teams fighting at the front. I do like to see that. It makes things very competitive indeed. But Ricciardo got ahead of Vettel. Vettel did have some performance issues with the car, so he dropped off quite a bit. And I was struggling now. I think the track is getting dry enough for dry conditions soon. Next few laps maybe, but Hamilton's got a decent run here. We try and squeeze him to the inside of the track so we get a better run coming out of this left-hander. And look at the confidence on the brakes there. I just had none of it. Hamilton just flies up the inside and retakes the lead. We try and fight back here with a bit of a dive up the inside, but no, Hamilton's turned in. Nothing doing there, so we're going to have to settle in second place. But of course, the main thing is beat Ricciardo. I had that in my mind. It's kind of a conservative mentality, really, kind of like what Rosberg did to Hamilton in the final 4 races. But once again, we're going to change the strategy call, and it's to go onto the soft compound tyres. And I didn't expect to be coming in on this lap, but I'd prepared the soft compound tyres. But it's meant to rain again in about 5-10 minutes, so this is going to be a very short stint. So I thought, I've made a mistake here going on to the softs. I should have gone on to the super softs, and this is hilarious. Like, I couldn't stop laughing when I saw this replay. What the hell is that puncture? That is not a puncture. I honestly don't know what that was. Alonso was the unlucky recipient of that. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I don't know what to say. And at the same time, the manner of Verline coming into the pits has an engine blowout. But weirdly, I think he kind of retires there, but he teleports back onto the track. I don't know what's going on there at all. But Ricciardo's on the medium compound tyres, considering we're probably going to be on the inters again soon. That is a strange call. Hamilton went on to the softs as well, so maybe not going for the super softs was a decent idea. We will find out. But a couple of cars ahead have not pitched. I think it's Raikkonen and Kvyat once again. They seem to get hung out to dry each pit stop. So it's very close indeed between Hamilton, Ricciardo and myself. Vettel, I don't think, is really threatening us too much at the moment after his problems, but he is speeding up, I did get told by the engineer. Yellow flag, that'll be Alonso with his tyre. That is so funny. Kvyat's into the pits and he made contact with Alonso. Alonso's been disqualified and he just gets absolutely destroyed here by Kvyat. Alonso just can't get back to the pits. What is Kvyat doing coming into the pits? Bang! It's game over for Alonso. He was disqualified anyway, so I'm surprised he was still there on the track. Kvyat, is he going to make that pit stop? I do wonder, but we're getting closer to Ricciardo. I'm really surprised he went on the mediums, I've got to say, but we've got much better grip through these fast right-handers. We've got a shot here, and oh, he moves across, slight contact there. Luckily, we kept the car under control. I probably shouldn't have gone for the move there, but I saw the opportunity. But we have a great shot here coming out the final corner, sliding, drifting the car through. And we've got DRS. He's got DRS as well, but we have better momentum here. Going into turn 1, can we get the move done? It's going to be tricky to avoid Hamilton as well. And there we go, up to P2. So I don't think Red Bull have made a great call there on the medium compound tyres. But now we're on the back of Hamilton. We've actually got a shot to regain the lead here. We gained confidence lap after lap. I mean, on the inters, I wasn't 100% comfortable with them, but now, feeling great on these soft tyres, and there we go, into the lead. Bit of a simple move there, but let's see if we can slow the car down, that's the main thing. And there we go, up into P1. And the main thing is, Hamilton is between myself and Ricciardo. But I just started to struggle once again. The rain was coming, but I don't think it was time yet. And Hamilton's coming once again, and we're going to do the move I always do down here. It is drizzling a little bit. Conditions are getting more and more difficult. Hamilton retakes the lead. What's going to happen here? We're going to try and fight back. Ricciardo's on our inside, so we can't really go for a switch route, which I was hoping to do. Can we slither it up the inside of Hamilton? We've locked up. We've made contact. We've barged him out the way there. And is he going to take the lead? We're still side by side here. Oh, this is what I got taken out by Vettel last in Season 1, so I was a bit wary then. Hamilton takes the lead, but conditions are getting very tricky now. The rain is coming back. We've barely had any laps in dry conditions this weekend. I think about 3 or 4. So yeah, I was preparing to get the intermediates, but I didn't feel like it was intermediate conditions yet. We're on the back of Hamilton, and as it happens, as it's happened already in this race, thank you, engineer, for telling us round the final corner that there is a change of strategy. And here it is. It's time for intermediate conditions, but we're going to go for the move on Hamilton up the inside. We've been hung out to dry this time, though we are going to get wetter again, so I need to stop saying that. Everyone is in the pits apart from me, Ricciardo and Hamilton, so this is going to bring other cars back into play because, yeah, it's just a very interesting situation. All these pit stops, all these changeable conditions. I haven't really experienced a race with this many changing conditions. So, we're coming in. Ricciardo just behind us. That was a very difficult lap, I've got to say. That was very tricky indeed. So, we're coming in. We're going to get jumped. Actually, Hamilton's jumped Ricciardo, and there's someone come down the start-finish straight. And it's Sebastian Vettel who's brought himself back into play. So obviously he pit a lap before us, and oh, is he going to get ahead of Hamilton or not? No, it's not. They are very close. I'm surprised they didn't make contact there. And Hamilton, Vettel, then Ricciardo behind us. But yeah, this I just couldn't control the car on these tyres. I don't know what was going on. I wasn't sure if it was heavy rain yet. Probably not. I think that's going to happen in about 5-10 minutes once again. So, hey, there could be another pit stop coming up. But Hamilton, he's got the run on me once again. He's got brilliant straight line speed. We're squeezing him to the inside, so he doesn't have a great exit. And are we going to defend it around the outside? Yes, we do. And I did this a couple of times against Hamilton because I felt like that was the only way I could defend. Hamilton just... He'd get decent traction out the hairpin, but nothing to put me under major threat. Though once again here, he does get a great run. So we're going to squeeze him to the inside again. And what's going to happen here, side by side, into the same braking zone. We've battled so many times. Vettel's on my right-hand side, so I got a little bit tetchy here. I didn't know what to do, give Vettel enough room, but luckily we've maintained the lead. And I've just seen in my mirror, I think they're 3 wide behind me, so I'm causing an incredible roadblock here. They are 3 wide, and I don't think they made contact here. Here's the replay. This was incredible to see this. And I've just noticed that the Williams, there's a Toro Rosso, and Raikkonen as well catching up to us. So we could have a 7-car battle for the lead, which is incredible. I don't know how they didn't make contact there. And here we go with some more incidents. Kvyat just doesn't like this section of the track because it's game over for him. I was thinking it could be a safety car. It might be a little bit too late in the race, but he's parked in a bit of a dangerous position, I've got to say. And once again, here comes Hamilton. But yeah, there's a bit of a train behind me. I didn't feel like I was incredibly slow. I just think the battling between all of us is really holding us up. So any one of 7 cars could win this race. Who's that going down my outside? There's a Ferrari. Actually, we were 3 wide there. Oh, we're losing the back end. Conditions are even trickier now. I'm struggling so badly on these inters, but we're keeping the cars behind in the important areas. But it's getting very tricky. The exit onto this straight, I'm just losing too much time now. It wasn't so bad earlier on, but now Hamilton, for about the 20th time in this race, is going for the move. But I've perfected this defensive move. I'm going to move to the right once again. But no, Hamilton's actually very late on the brakes there. I'm just too conservative because I'm struggling. Hamilton's giving us a nudge. That has not helped us at all. Now I've got to defend from the other cars behind. I haven't seen a train like this in my career for a very long time. But Hamilton, he's pulling out a bit of a buffer, but if we get the straight line speed down here, we should be able to fight back the conditions. It's got to be wet conditions now. And are we going to slip it up the inside? Are we going to regain the lead? Oh, it's so tricky. I just don't want to like take Hamilton out and then lose loads of positions and then Ricciardo comes through to win the race or something. That would be an absolute disaster. But it's definitely wet conditions now. But with one lap to go, is there actually any point? I don't think there is. So... oh, this is going to be so intense. I struggled so badly. I'm usually very fast in the first sector compared to the other sectors, but this time it was so difficult. And it seems like Hamilton and Ricciardo were coping with the conditions better than me. Ricciardo's up to third now. We just need to keep it clean. Can we do the Nooooooo sliding around? Oh, I'm going to get assaulted down this straight once again by Hamilton. I can see it now. And let's just keep it clean. Come on. The Mercedes is coming at me. This is so intense. I can't deal with these last lap battles. Mercedes on the inside. And he's confident on the brakes. Ricciardo's on my right. We try and squeeze him out. We're more concerned about Ricciardo, but we've got the inside line against Hamilton. We're going to have to defend. We want this victory. This has been hard fought. Very difficult. We've gone a little bit too wide. Keep it off the curb there. We're sliding. We're sliding, but we're still ahead. Can we keep it ahead in the final sector? Because conditions very tricky indeed, and we're sliding a little bit wide. We've got on the curb and we've lost it. No, it's an absolute disaster. We've lost so many positions, all that work, and we've absolutely bottled it on the final lap of the race. Hulkenberg nearly takes us out there, and it's an absolute disaster. I couldn't believe it. I was absolutely gutted after all that effort. This has been probably one of my most challenging races of all time on an F1 game, and now we're going to try and... we just wanted to nab a position off Hulkenberg. I thought throw it up the inside, see what happens, but no, we're too far back and we're going to come home in P9. We just thrown it away. It's like Rosberg against Hamilton in 20... was it 15? Yeah, it was. So let's see the replay again, and there's actually a bit of team radio as well. Oh, it's an absolute disaster. I really do apologise, Lewis Hamilton fans. I just wanted to include that team radio in this season at one point. I apologise, and there's the result of the race. Absolute, devastating. I couldn't believe it. Ricciardo's second, so he's gained 16 points on me there, so I think that gives him the lead in the driver's standings. Hamilton took the victory, and our teammate Palmer beat us as well, so disappointing. Oh, I can't believe it. But here's the driver standings. 3 points between Ricciardo and myself. That was the drive of a world champion, but that mistake on the final lap. That's the second time I've done that this season. Monza as well. So, yeah, I just hope them points don't kill me at the end of the season and I'd lose out on the title now. Yeah, Hamilton's probably still in the battle, but I think Rosberg's probably out of it by now. With only 75 points up for grabs, it should be a three-way battle for the title, and I'm very excited for it. Hope you guys are as well. We'll have a quick look at the constructors, and yeah, I need a new teammate because Palmer doesn't score enough points, but Mercedes retake the lead there. So, if you have enjoyed this American Grand Prix, please do leave a like, subscribe. If you haven't already to my channel, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next race. Goodbye.